How to start the CS370. Turn your switch to the up position, pull in your trigger, and push Mr. Button in. While holding it in, release the trigger, and that'll lock your throttle. Pump baby doll a few times, and then pull out your choke, and then pull the rope a few times until she fires. As soon as she fires, press your choke back in. Don't touch the throttle during any of this, aside from locking it. And then once it fires and you push the choke back in, pull the rope again, and it should crank, and let it run a few seconds to warm up. Once it gets warmed up, you can pull the throttle and go to town. That's about it. If she dies after you take it off of, after you take the trigger lock off, just pull your choke back out, pull it one more time, push it back in. After, of course, you re-choke this, and then crank it again, let it warm up some more, and then take your throttle lock back off. When you're tightening your chain, loosen your two nuts, make sure your chain brake is disengaged. That's engaged, that's disengaged. Anyway, loosen your two nuts while holding the tip of the bar up. Tighten your chain to where it's just against the bottom of the rail. And then while holding the bar up, tighten the two nuts back down. The way I do it, instead of having to hold the tip, is I'll take the rear handle of the saw back here and put the tip on the surface I'm working on, hold it up like that, and then take my right hand with the scrunch and tighten up my nuts. Pretty much the same thing. Just be sure not to get your chain too tight. Like I say, just tighten it to where it's touching the bottom of the chain. Make sure the chain stays in, that way. If it starts to sag, you need to turn off the saw and tighten it back up. Because if it sags, it's going to wear out your sprocket up under here that the chain rides on prematurely, and it's also going to wear your bar out prematurely, as well as your chain. Anyway, that's about it. Boogity boogity.